This is John Pinelli, Financial Representative, talking to you today about insurance that will cover a pregnancy. Most insurance carriers do offer plans that have maternity coverage built into the individual policy. Some, however, do not. So when looking into what type of health insurance to buy, if you at any time are planning on being pregnant, could potentially become pregnant, and so forth, you might want to look into a policy that does contain a maternity coverage within the policy. Because if you don't have that, it can be quite expensive should you become pregnant and need a lot of the services that come along with it that can be very expensive. Now, maternity coverage will not typically add too much to a policy, maybe increase it by 10% at the very most. So it isn't too expensive to look into, and if you are, even if you're not planning on having a baby, if you potentially could, or that circumstance could potentially arise, it is important to look into it, because if you are already pregnant and trying to get this coverage, it will be that much more difficult. So when looking at your health insurance policy, it'll show things like deductible, copay, inpatient limit, all these things which will be defined in the policy. Now for the maternity part, it'll simply be a yes or no. So this is fairly easy to find. You can look at your policy, look under maternity, it'll either say yes or it'll say no. And by this you will know whether or not your health insurance policy contains that coverage.